Gosh, this just feels so weird. It's very rare that films leave me with this odd, lingering feeling that just doesn't feel right. So, what better way to liberate that feeling than being here and talking about it? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this. My name is Brandon Aries, and welcome to The Sanctuary. Thor: Love and Thunder was released in theaters last week. Now, if you haven't seen the film, I highly recommend you get off this video, go see it, come back later and discuss it in the comments down below. Everybody's gone now? Just remember, you've been warned if you're still here. I've been requested to give my takes on movies, especially films within the MCU, because Marvel is in fact one of the best things that I like to talk about. And when the people request, it is my duty to deliver. So here you go. After the success of Thor Ragnarok, and I'm sure many of you, were very excited to see where Thor was going to go next in the newest installment from director Taika Waititi. Now that I have seen it, I kind of wish I'd unseen it, if that makes sense. Sure, he's not Fat Thor anymore, which is great. However, there are other flaws in his character and who he is now that I can't really look past. Before I get into that, I wanted to talk about Phase 4 in the MCU as a whole. Now, we've gotten some amazing projects in Phase 4. To list a few, we got Shang-Chi, which was amazing, and I also did a video about it. If you haven't seen it, click the card up here. Loki, Moon Knight, Spider-Man No Way Home. And for me, I would also say Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I've also talked about Doctor Strange in another video. Please be sure to check it out. Card is right up there. We've also gotten a few duds in Phase 4. Films like Eternals and Black Widow. A disclaimer, I'm not one of those people that are saying
Phase 4 is just not hitting the same.
Honestly, they should have just ended it after Endgame. Phase 4 is mid.
Can we, are we done with this? Okay, good. Now, listen. For me, Phase 4 had always looked like the Fallout/recovery phase. What I mean by the Fallout recovery phase is that old heroes are gone and new heroes have to step up to the plate. And we're slowly rebuilding the new world from what we had lost. Some could also compare it to Phase 1. Each and every film and TV show kind of stands on its own as its own directing project. For example, Eternals is a Chloe Zhao-esque film with a superhero element. Multiverse of Madness is a Sam Raimi horror film with a superhero element. And Thor: Love and Thunder is a goofy Taika Waititi film with, you guessed it, a superhero element. All right, back to Love and Thunder. I feel like Thor is now one of the dumbest/goofiest characters in the MCU. I know, nobody liked Thor in the first two films. I get it. In fact, my favorite version of him was the Thor that we got in Avengers: Infinity War. He had the wit and comedic appeal from Ragnarok mixed with this badass god of thunder looking for justice after losing nearly all of his people, including his good friend and his brother. Now, he kind of got the same treatment Hulk did when it came to Endgame. He got a massive nerf. This movie was very funny, I'll give it that. But sometimes the comedy was just a little too much. Too much to the point where it kind of got annoying and somewhat took away from the substance of the story. I'll give you the loudest example. The Screaming Goats. I get it, funny haha from over 10 years ago when Screaming Goats were the most popular meme on YouTube. However, when it comes to comedy films, there is one rule called the Rule of 3. Time to put my degree into some good use. The Rule of 3 means you should only bring up a joke a maximum of 3 times. Granted, there are some jokes where you can maybe skate it for a 4th, but 3 is the general max. I swear to you, these goats were screaming at least 20 times. So after like the 5th, it started to get annoying. On to Jane Foster, aka the Mighty Thor. Honestly, it was good to see Natalie Portman back in the MCU after taking a little bit of a hiatus away. It was also good seeing the Mighty Thor Jane Foster from the comics come into live action. From an acting perspective though, Natalie Portman did not look comfortable in this role. It almost felt like she was holding something back the entire time. She starts out sad with her cancer and then kind of turns into this cocky, awkward, weird, funny Mighty Thor, if that all made sense to you. And when I mean comfortable, I mean in her comedic delivery. You have actors like Chris Hemsworth, Taika Waititi, and even Jeff Goldblum in Ragnarok. Those actors are comfortable being funny, so their delivery pays off greatly. I personally don't feel that Natalie Portman was comfortable. Now that's my take based on what I saw. And if you have another take, I'd love to hear it in the comments. Before I get into the big bad of the film, I wanted to address the head-shaped elephant in the room.
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God. What
CGI in this film was very poor at times. I gotta give credit where credit is due. The colorless scene where Thor and the mighty gang were fighting Gore the God Butcher, that was pretty cool, I gotta admit. All right, on to the big bad. Christian Bale as Gore the God Butcher. First off, take the title of the God Butcher, throw it in the garbage. The only god you see Gore kill is the god in the beginning where it's his origin. All the other gods are killed off screen, and Lady Sif gets beat up and her arm amputated. So like, where's all this butchering? Besides that, I thought Christian Bale was very good with the role he was given, giving us a sinister and gritty side to the character. Also giving us more of an organic ugliness versus having the need to put crappy CGI over such a great actor, all just to make him comic book accurate. Although I can't get it out of my head if we had Gore but mixed with Patrick Bateman.
You like Huey Lewis in the news?
What?
In 87, Huey released this, Thor, your most accomplished album.
Overall, I still don't know how I feel about Thor Love and Thunder. Like, there were good parts, don't get me wrong, but I can't really look past the odd and bad parts of the film. Throughout the week, my rating of the film slowly declined the more I thought about it. I think this decision now is pretty set in stone. So I would give Thor Love and Thunder a 5.7 out of 10. That is a wrap on this week's video. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you guys want more movie reviews, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to watch other movies and give my thoughts and opinions as I have before on this channel. But if you enjoyed this week's video, leave a like. It is always so much appreciated here in the sanctuary. For mental health, dating, and everyday life advice, and now movie reviews, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. And next to that is the notification bell for every week this lonely lover boy is on your subscription feed. Check me out on Twitch every Wednesday night. This past week we were doing Fortnite. I had a lot of fun showing off our new skins and only catering to my friends' needs. This is the things I do. If I didn't see you this week, I'll see you next week. Special announcement, Only Oni just dropped a mini drop, aka the beach trip, with a design from yours truly. This is a very limited run. There's only 25 pieces of each part of clothing, so be sure to get yours. Remember, use code Aries for 10% off your order. For stream notifications and video uploads, please be sure to follow my socials, my Twitter, and my Instagram. Again, links will be in the description below, as well as all the equipment that I use for each and every video. Thank you all so much for watching, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace.